Introduction to risk. We all know risk is one of those words which are capable of a number of interpretations and seems to fit into various contexts. Risk is nothing but the uncertainty of loss. Almost everything that the businessman does, it is an uncertain environment. In this lesson, we will discuss the meaning of risk, nature of risk, different types of risk, and the effect of risk. After going through this presentation, you should be able to define risk, discuss the nature of risk, describe different types of risk, explain management of risk, and discuss the effects of risk. Risk is the probability or threat of damage, injury, liability, loss, or other negative occurrence caused by external or internal vulnerabilities and which may be neutralized through premeditated action. Risk is a condition where there is a possibility of an adverse deviation from a desired outcome that is expected or hoped for. There is no requirement that the possibility be immeasurable, only that it must exist. When an event is stated to be possible, it has a probability between 0 and 1. It is neither impossible nor definite. The degree of risk may or may not be measurable. Since our purpose is to relate risk to insurance, focus will be on a risk, which entails the possibility of financial loss. Financial loss may be defined as a decline in or disappearance of value due to contingency. Almost everything that the businessman does, it is in an uncertain environment. If he invests in new machinery, will the output be what is expected? Will the employees be comfortable in working with it? If he launches a new product, will it sell as per his expectations? Will a new bonus or incentive scheme for employees avoid a threatened strike? If he builds a new factory, will it burn down? Will thieves or dishonest employees steal his stock from the warehouse? The fact that uncertainty of loss abounds most of the activities has resulted in a great deal of effort being devoted to the measurement of risk. In measuring risk, we are really trying to place some value on our belief as to the likelihood that some event will or will not take place. Probability theory is assuming an increasingly important role in insurance, but one major problem is that probabilities have normally to be based on some past experience. In order for assessment of risk to be consistent and meaningful, attention must be paid to the way in which probability and impact are assessed. It is relatively simple to assess the impact of a risk, since this merely requires defining the situation after the risk has occurred and then estimating the possible effect on each objective. The first problem in assessing the probability of project risk is the term itself. It is widely recognized that project closure is the least well implemented of the project processes, and that many organizations do not have effective ways of learning lessons from completed projects in order to benefit future projects. Sometimes risks are identified for which some details are inherently unknowable. A further problem with assessing risk probability is that risks are possible future events that have not yet occurred, and as such their probability of occurrence cannot be measured but can only be estimated. Next is psychological aspect of risk. We talk of risk, we must be clear in our minds that it incorporates both the frequency with which an event may take place and the severity of the incident that will occur. The operation of a chemical plant is very risky, not because such plants have frequent losses, but when a loss occurs, it involves huge sums of money. People talk of the chance of something happening or some event coming about, but can one substitute chance for uncertainty? People say there is a chance of India winning the World Cup. They will not say there is a risk of India's winning or losing the cup.